In this context, was it appropriate for the minister to reach out to you seeking information concerning the murder of Councillor Mabhida, in
Chair,
your opinion?
Chair, from my protocol training, it is not appropriate. But I can't say from Minister Mkunu's protocol, as a politician, what training they receive and how to communicate and with whom and to what boundaries they cross and allowed to cross. But purely from my training and my 35 years of historical, institutionalized protocol, it is not normal and it is not in accordance with our protocol for me to interact with the minister without the specific direction of my principal.
When policing becomes a campaigning tool, how elections are tilted without touching a single ballot. The testimony of General Goupal shows us and demonstrates how elections are rigged. Elections are not rigged on election day. They are rigged way before election. And let me show you what he said.
But the provincial commissioner is better positioned to understand what and how to answer a national minister who is asking about a province to which the provincial commissioner is serving.
General Goupal is the key witness to political interference in policing and how elections are rigged. This is the timeline of events starting 5 February 2025 at 8:17 a.m. Minister Mkunu calls General Goupal directly. Minister is asking about the murder of Councillor Mabhida, why PKTT is investigating this murder case, and requests for updates. This is outside protocol. Minister should deal with the National Commissioner, not the lower level ranking officers. On that same day, General Goupal calls his boss, who is none other than, you guessed right, about the conversation that he just had with the minister. February 7, at 8:37 in the morning, General Goupal calls the minister and updates him on the suspects that they had arrested or for unlicensed firearm, and indicates that these suspects are also linked to the Mabhida case, the councillor. Goupal does initiate the call, which the commissioners did not like. They did not like that because he should not have done that. February 15, 2025 is the funeral of the Councillor Mabhida. The minister calls General Goupal 3 times that day. But then the general was busy with something else, but he later on returns the call and and he refers the minister to his boss, the provincial commissioner, none other than this one. And you know what? The minister replies, now covered. March 27, 2025, there is a by-election interference in Ward 28. Mr. Sandile Odram calls the general and warns him that the ANC caucus plans to complain to the minister, and the target is the MKP candidate, Govender. The intention here was to pressure SAPS about arresting Govender. You see where this story is going. March 31st, 2025. This is the critical interference event. Minister Mchunu campaigns in ANC regalia. I'm still looking for the picture. If anybody has the picture of Mchunu in ANC regalia on that day, please help me. He visits Mchali, SAPS police station, demands explanation on the case about Govinda, son, and why Mr. Govinda is not arrested. This meeting includes the minister in ASN regalia, ANC officials, the station commander, and the general Goupal also said
General, can I
he
then
went
ask you
into the
to
meeting.
have regard
General
to
Goupal confirms that there was political pressure inside in that meeting.
There is a second
Everything was election-linked interference. This is where votes are rigged. Remember, I said vote rigging. This whole mechanism right here is vote rigging. The minister in party clothing inside the SAPS facility and demanding meetings with SAPS. This is vote rigging because he was demanding that the SAPS arrest the opposition candidate, who is an MKP candidate. And I don't think that the MKP is going to be silent about this one.
There was a by-election that was underway in this particular ward. It is in the Shakaskral Mshlali area, where a candidate, Mr. known as Dushi, but his name is Vishnu Goupal, governor, was a candidate standing for the election, by-elections in that particular ward. Chair, in 2024, during the national elections, national and provincial elections, Mr. Dushi Governor was quite instrumental in rallying support in that ward towards the ANC. And it is one of the very few wards that won significant votes during that election.
The ANC won.
It was an ANC ward, and he was in 2024 an ANC councillor. Then in 2025, he resigned from the ANC as a councillor, which prompted a by-election. So during this period, it meant that he resigned as a councillor from the municipality and, of course, from the ANC, and he then joined the Mkonto Sizwe party. The candidate, Mr. Dushi Govender, in the previous election, as I indicated, over decades, he's been very, very well supported in that community. And in this by-election, he seemed to enjoy the similar support.
Now campaigning under the banner of the MK party.
That is correct. The 31st of March 2025, after campaigning on the previous days, on the weekend, on the 31st of March, Minister Mchunu went to the police station of SAPS Mslali, and he then indicated to the station commander, Lieutenant Colonel Naika, that while he was on his campaign trail, he was taken to some people who complained extensively about the MK party candidate, Mr. Dushi Govender.
Campaigning as a policing tool and a vote rigging mechanism. Again, these are the events that General Goupal is relating here. But I want us to shift a little bit and build one storyline. There was some things happening between the National Commissioner and the Minister that we need to include in this timeline. In the exact same period, the minister was constraining and destabilizing the PKTT nationally. And at the same time, he was intervening directly in KZN operational policing during a by-election. This is not a coincidence. It's a coordinated pattern of control the task team nationally, pressure the police locally, tilt the political field without touching the ballot. So this is how Minister Mchunu centralizes the PKTT and then localizes the pressure. Minister Mchunu has got a lot of shenanigans, but anyway, asikho lapho. Let's look at this one-story timeline. Starting in January, we know that beginning of January, there's a directive and it gets leaked, blah, 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 and it circulates. February 1st, the National Commissioner Masemola meets with the President, raising concerns over the PKTT disbandment. This signals that the minister's directive lacked operational justification. This is a top-level institutional concern formally triggered. February 5th, 2025, Minister bypasses the chain of command and calls the KZN District General on the PKTT. February 7, 2025, this is a continued direct ministerial operational engagement with the district, directly with the district. On February 15, we have the funeral and plus the pressure for updates and politicizing the murder. March the 5th, 2025, there is a police portfolio committee. The minister denies knowing Brown Mkhotsi, while on the other hand, he is busy interfering with the operations of the district in KZN. Anyway, asikho lapho. March the 6th, there's a disbandment implementation meeting between the National Commissioners, Masemola and his team, with the minister, and that disbandment was contested. March 27, there was 2 meetings. In the morning, there was an ANC caucus coordinate a complaint against the MKP candidate, governor. And then in the afternoon later that day, on March 27, Minister asserts political control of the PKTT and becomes angry at a meeting between himself and the National Commissioner and his team. March 31, 2025, the minister campaigns and pressurizes the SAPS inside the police station. In April, 121 dockets shift, chain of command fracture there, and the interference becomes a normal thing with the SAPS.
Outside the police station, in that particular regalia.
To assist you, General, that picture is on page 6 of your annexure bundle. It's AG2.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, this picture, I must contextualize it. It wasn't a picture that was taken out of official. It was a request of the CPF chairperson that wanted the picture with the minister. And then the minister didn't want to be alone. So we joined the minister in that photo with that particular CPF deputy chairperson of the CPF in that picture.